I'm at that shopping centre in Derry, and yeah, I just had my breakfast, and there is a little cafe, a little restaurant in there called the Yellow Button, and it's a small little place. And it reopened last week, and I am so glad, because they make the best breakfast rolls around. I just had egg and sausage bap there, and I have my cup of tea, and it's absolutely brilliant. Thing is too, you go into that place and you say hello to the people, and the people are so friendly, and that to me means a lot as well. Strangely enough, with all this lockdown that's happened, the only people I've had direct contact with was Rachel and her friend, and basically I spent most of the time at home doing sessions and stuff. And you know, apart from every month I have to go to the doctor and I talk to the nurse and stuff, but you know, I feel uplifted after going into that shop to get my BAP. You know, the lady behind the counter, so friendly and nice, and it's lifted my mental health, you know. Yeah, you know, if you're human beings are not supposed to be locked up indoors, and we're outside creatures, you know. And if we're locked up too long, our mental health does get affected, and that. And just that little conversation today, and of course my BAP and my tea, it helps a lot, you know. You know, and it doesn't cost anything to be nice to somebody else, you know, saying hello to people. And people have passed me today, and you know, I'm not used to being out in this environment. I've gone to the doctor straight from the car to the doctor's, got my message, got my shopping, go home and stuff like that. But I'm finding myself saying hello to more and more people, and most of them smile and say hello back. And maybe it is because of all of this, you know, being locked in so much and stuff. Yet the environment online is the complete opposite. People are at each other's throats. But it's something to think about, you know. You know, we've all gone through the same stuff, you know. We all gone through the same stuff this last year. Well, you know, some have gone through more than others, of course. But being nice doesn't cost anything, it's free. And you know, when you give just even say a friendly hello, you'll get double back, you know. In most cases, you know, in most cases, you know. I'm still here. I'm sitting here having my cup of tea, my Yellow Button tea, and I had a bit of a weepy moment. I'm sitting here thinking all the things I could have done the last year, like even go for a walk. But I woke up every morning and I was in horrendous pain. And I am in pain a lot. But kind of thought maybe I should have made an effort to get up and you know, even go for a walk and clear the air and that. And for me, being out today, it's kind of done that. But all of a sudden, I've had a weepy moment, and You know, I lost a friend in 2015. She was 31, and she used to come around nearly every day, and she used to kick my ass. Have you been downstairs this morning? Did you go for your walk? And I go, no, get your ass downstairs. You know, you need that exercise and that. You know, even though I was in pain, but you know, it was for my own good. You know, to get the joints working and that. And I didn't do that, and I'm thinking, you know, she around me, giving out to me and stuff. And, you know, sometimes you think about somebody that you were close to that died, and you can have one of these conversations and that. And I remember one of these scenes used to come in, and, you know, I might be not in great shape and in pain, a little bit depressed about it. And she come in and she says, why are you so sad? I says, I'm in pain and that. Oh, she says, today is Monday. You're not allowed to be sad on Mondays. Or no matter what day it was. You're not allowed to be sad on Tuesdays. And you know something, that small little thing that she says, I've carried that with me all this time, you know, and I think it's helped me a lot, you know. And you know, in my mind, she was kind of a saint to me. Then I find out after she had passed away, she was quite nice to a lot of people. You know, I got messages after she passed, and people sharing their stories about how much she had cared for them. There was one lady, she has a chronic illness, and she used to help her a lot and sit with her and cheer her up, you know. You know, and you know, every day I hope that she is around. You know, if I pass on and I go through Heaven's Gate, she'd probably be at the gate. I want a word with you. You know, but it makes you think. You know, I'm 50 next week. Half a century next week. You know, and I've looked back on my life and thought, you know, sometimes maybe I should have done things different. Yeah, I've gone through a lot of stuff on that. But maybe if I didn't go through some of the stuff that I did, I mightn't be as strong today. In fact, let's go back about 7 years. I had this attitude that every time I messed up or whatever, it's somebody else's fault. And I had this poor me attitude. But it's changed. I've learned. I've learned my lesson. You know. We always learn lessons. We're always given lessons. I suppose it's our choice. It's our choice to, you know, to learn from that lesson or not. Yeah, 50 next week. 50 years. You know. Unfortunately, my friend had a short life. But she was a good person, you know. You know what the reason I'm telling you all this is, you know, way back at the beginning of this pandemic, this lockdown thing, there was you know, in the paranormal community, people had been at each other's throats for years, and next thing there was all this word about para-unity. Let's stop the bullshit. Let's not be kind to each other, be nice to each other. And that was good for 2 weeks. And now look at the mess that's happened. It's even worse than before the lockdown. People at each other's throats, calling each other cunts and all sorts of stuff. You know? Life is too short to be a dick to each other. You know? I'm just saying. Negativity doesn't produce goodness, you know. It doesn't enrich our lives. It makes it worse. It takes that good energy away. It's a drain. It's a parasite for those receiving it and for those that are giving it, you know. If you have negativity in your life and you wake up every morning with this hatred for somebody or a group of people, and it's on your mind all the time, it sucks your life away. It really does. Moral of the story: we're only on this world a short time, you know. Make the most of it and be good to each other, because today is Monday. Will there be a next Monday? There wasn't for my friend. The last words I said to her is, I'm asking you not to die. She kissed me on the forehead. She says, I can't promise you that. And all I can do is talk to her in spirit, you know. I'll leave that with you, folks. You know, I'll leave that with you. I wasn't going to leave it on. I wasn't going to leave it on a heartbreaking note. Recently, Simon, GS Paranormal, he done a stream, and he was talking about money, and he was saying, "Oh, support Sam, support that. Send them your money. Don't send me your money. Send them your money." Do you know what? You know, I've learned in the last number of years, wealth is not measured in money. For me, it isn't anyway. I'm sitting in this mouldy car with a big lump of insulating tape across the top of it to keep out the rain. It keeps out most of it, but some water does get in. I could do with getting another car, but this is beside the point, right? I think about how I was, you know, and yes, in years ago I did struggle, and I've actually seen people that have struggled. You know, people struggling to pay the gas, having enough money for gas and having enough money for electricity and stuff. Do you know? And they're struggling to put food on the table. I've been there, I understand. But for some people, that's a struggle every single day. It's a struggle, you know? Some of it is... Some of it is because of addictions. The rob Peter to pay Paul. The addiction takes over and they put money into their addiction and they haven't enough for their basics to live. But there's some people out there and it's a genuine thing. They just don't have enough money and barely enough to get by. You know? I'm lucky I have a car. I can get around. It's a flipping mobile hen house. And yes, I probably could get a better car. But I'm rich, I'm rich. I'm not rich in money, but I'm rich. I'm rich with positivity in my life, the stuff I've learned in life. The fact that I can go out to the countryside and see the trees and see the sea and see the beach. Gotta remember too, if you make videos on YouTube, some of those people can't even leave their house. They depend on you to see the world. Do you know? I know there's people that depend on me to see the world because some of my viewers are disabled and can't leave the house. Massive sorry that I haven't left the house to show you things, but I will make an effort. And you haven't been forgotten, I promise you that. But sometimes we have to think, why do we make videos on YouTube? Do we make it for the money? Or do we do it to enrich our own lives and enrich the lives of the people that love to watch your videos? And spare a thought for those people that can't leave their house. And the highlight of their day is to see your video. To see you out in the countryside filming the trees and the beach and doing a paranormal investigation. Whatever you do. Some people are on their own. They don't have any friends. They watch your video and it makes them feel like they have a friend. Think about stuff like that, folks. Why have I blabbered on today? Folks, I'm going to leave it because I could talk for flipping hours. And I'm sorry I haven't sat at home and pondered over this stuff and come out with a video. I'm sitting in my car, in a car park outside the doctor's after getting an injection in my ass. But sometimes these things come into your mind in very strange places. Big shout out to Yellow Button for their tea and their food. And do you know something? Do you know when you go into your shop to get your food, especially over the last year, they were the people that provided you the food. I see people going up to the counter and they don't say that to the shopkeeper and they treat them like shit. sometimes. Just spare a thought for them. They were the ones that provided us with the food. Yes, we do have to pay for it, but they went out and they worked to provide food for us and put themselves in risk. They put themselves at great risk because people have to go to shops to get food. You know, a lot of people avoided going to the hospital, you know, but you have to go to shop to get food, so there's more people going through shops than going through hospitals, you know, and they were at great risk, but they went out and they done it, you know. And that's why when I go into the shop, I really thank them when I get my shopping and stuff, you know. Simple things, folks, simple things. Be thankful, you know. Right, I'm going to go before I blabber on another chapter of this and go on for hours. But I'm getting motivated. I think it's nearly time to go out. I can see the Southern Ireland cars gradually coming in, so I think the border is open. I want to get back to the island. I love that island. You know, Inch Island. The last time we done a paranormal investigation, this time last year, and we got that EVP. Rachel was affected in the forest, and although it was kind of scary, we were always itching to get back, and we're going to go back there soon. And there's loads of places, even on the island, we still have to investigate. Like, there's an abandoned church with a graveyard, and it's hidden away in trees and a field and stuff. So, looking forward to sort of looking around that and maybe doing some ITC and bits and pieces and stuff. So, folks, I'm going to go because I'm going to go to my friend's house and that, and see you soon. Be good to each other, folks, as I used to, a long time ago, used to say in my videos. But I mean it, you know. Good day, folks.